Hi everyone, it's Terry here from nutsaboutsstamping.com. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project, and like before, I'm going to feature one final card idea using the Better Together stamp set. As I've explained in my last 3 videos, I'm crazy about this stamp set because it's perfect for many different occasions. So far, I've shown you a birthday card, a baby card, and a wedding card. And for this final video in my series, I'm going to show you a Christmas card idea with the help of my Big Shot. And I'm also going to feature the Lovely as a Tree stamp set. This stamp set is the most popular stamp set of all time. It's the longest lasting stamp set in the annual catalog. And I have to confess that every year when Stampin' Up! Says we're going to start sharing what the retiring stamp sets are from the catalog, I'm so worried that Lovely as a Tree is going to go away. So let's get started on this Christmas card. I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock. I've cut it 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it on the 4 1/4 mark. And to that, I'm going to add a layer of Under the Mistletoe Designer Series paper. I love this paper. I love all the patterns. Let me show you a couple of patterns. See this one with the ornaments? There's this one. If you turn it over, it's got these really cool reindeer on it. There's just a lot of really fun patterns. If you look on page 189 of the annual catalog, that's where you'll find this paper. So I'm going to go ahead right away and I'm going to attach this paper to my card front, like so. And now we're going to do a bit of stamping. So I'm just going to tuck this out of the way for a minute. I've got a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. I've got this single Christmas tree, or I guess spruce tree, that is from the Lovely as a Tree stamp set, and I'm going to use my old olive. I'm going to ink up this stamp. I'm going to do it this way. Now, if I wanted to have the trunk a different color than the rest of the tree, I would use my Stampin' Write markers. I'm not that particular about my tree trunk being old olive. I'm okay with that. Now I'm going to bring in my Big Shot and I'm going to die cut this tree out using one of my Layering Ovals framelits. So I have got my magnetic platform, my bottom standard cutting pad. I'm going to put the tree that I've stamped with the oval around it. I want to leave a little bit of room at the top. You'll see why in a minute. Now I'm going to put the top standard cutting pad on, hold it down in place, and run it through. That's all I need my Big Shot for. And there's my stamped tree, looking lovely as a tree. No pun intended. All right, now I'm going to bring this card back in and I'm going to attach my tree like so. Okay, now I want a phrase, and as I explained, I'm going to use the Better Together stamp set. So I have a small scrap of Whisper White. I've got the phrase already mounted on a clear block, and I'm going to use Real Red. I'm going to ink this up, and I am hopefully going to stamp it down straight. Perfect. Now I am going to attach this to my card front using some Stampin' Dimensionals. If you know me, you know I love Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, by the way, I want to thank all of you who replied to my customer newsletter survey request. You've given me some great suggestions, and Thank you for sharing your preferences about my 12 Weeks of Christmas campaign. I really appreciate your feedback and your support. And some of you wrote some really lovely messages as well in the survey, so thank you for that. All right, so I've got this almost done. I'm going to bring in my embellishments. These are the metallics assortment. And I'm going to take a silver star and I'm going to put it, I wonder if gold would be nicer. Maybe try gold. Yeah, I think maybe gold. I think it'd be more noticeable on this card because of the pattern in the paper. So I'm going to bring in my fine tip glue pen, and if I can get the lid off, there we go. So I'm going to put a dot of glue right where I want the star to be, and then I'm going to drop the star down onto the glue dot. Whoops. And that makes it perfectly placed. Now, I'm going to add one final detail to my card, but you're going to have to go over to my blog to see how I connect this Merry Christmas phrase to the top part of my card. So my blog is www.nutsaboutstamping.com, and while you're on my blog, I'll have a complete list of the supplies and the measurements, a link to my online store in case you want to place an order for the products I use to make this card. And there's also a subscription, join my mailing list box where you can fill in your email address and subscribe to my free weekly newsletters. I have a whole series coming out starting in October. That's the 12 Weeks of Christmas. I'll show you Christmas cards, gift ideas, bags, and tags. I'll also link down below this video the other 3 videos. So I did a birthday card, I did a wedding card, and I did, what was the other one I did? A baby card. So I'll make sure that I link those down underneath this one in case you want to see the other videos in this series. I'm Terry, I am Nuts About Stamping. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.